Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, ANITA FINLEY.
Marilyn, it's so wonderful to have you. I have to tell everybody who this is. It's Marilynn Wick, who is the founder, the producer, the Wick Theatre, and the Costume Museum. And Marilyn is very busy, and we never can get her to the theater. To the radio station, but we have her here today. And Marilyn, you have done such an amazing job there. I think you know that when the audience stands up and applauds you.
Thank you so much, Anita. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, I don't know what you folks are doing for Saturday night, tonight, but let me tell you what I think would be wonderful. Buy a ticket, go to the Wick, and see the most incredible Music Man. Music Man will be the largest cast that we ever have on stage. And let me tell you, the Music Man himself is a Broadway star, John Tartaglia. It took me a little while to learn to say that name. And, of course, the most incredible soprano, Julie Kleiner.
Well, I have to tell you, of course, I did see it. And, of course, you knew my husband before he passed away, and Music Man was really one of his favorites because the music, especially, I'm not going to tell everybody what happens at the end, but it just is so heartwarming. You really did it.
It really is a fabulous book. And it's a
book? I didn't know it was a book.
I mean, we always call the script
a book. I
the
see.
Book. It's an incredible story. And people are intrigued with it. The music is incredible. Meredith Willson, what a gentleman he was and what a talent he was. I have to tell you, it was the first time I was ever on stage at the Lucille Ball Theater when I was only 24 years old. I was on the stage in Music Man, and of course I was one of those little pickle-little ladies.
Were you really?
Yeah. We tried out, and I didn't get called, so I called up and said, I think you've made a mistake. You have to hire me. And the guy said, okay, well, come on down. Do you want to be in the chorus? And, of course, I was in the chorus, and then one of the girls fell out, and I got to be the pickle-little lady, and I was so thrilled. And it was the first and last time I was ever on a stage.
I was interested that when you have children, do they have to come every time for rehearsals? How do you manage that?
Oh, my children were just so little, 3 and 4 years old, and they came. They knew every living song, and I was so disappointed that they weren't in it, but it was a fabulous family thing for us to do.
Well, when I saw that, and I saw the idea, it's so true. So many people come today with big ideas, and they're really, we don't know what they're going to do. But this guy had so much heart, and he really, but it turned. At first, he was just going to be kind of a
flim-flam man.
Yeah, right. But it was great. And, everyone should understand that the Wick Theatre and Costume Museum, the reason you love everything when you go there, because of the costumes. Every time another costume comes, I know where that came from.
Yes, and aren't we so proud to have the original Broadway works in the collection of me buying Eves Brooks and Dodger in 2005 has made it really complete for us to have a theater here where we can really do fabulous work. And when you have the original clothes and a cast and a staff that really is professional, that have been Broadway-bound people, the most important thing is the mission. All these young performers get a chance to be on a stage and get exposed to people so they can build their careers, have wonderful credits. And it really, now it's our 7th season, and I must tell you, I'm really, really feeling a little more comfortable that I can run this place effectively and make it happen for the community.
Well, of course, I went to the theater before this, and it was a different kind of a theater. But when Marilyn first came to it, it was like, oh, my gosh, here's a woman who has big costume museum all over the world. I mean, what is she doing? But what happened? This must have been a deep, deep passion of yours, and that's why. But it shows.
Well, the holidays are here now, and when you think that we started this thing with a little home project to teach my children how to sew, to do a little school project with these 5 Santa Claus suits. And it is like a little Christmas miracle that's turned out over all the years. It's turned out to be such a wonderful endeavor for my children, of course, and myself. My daughter just opened the new museum, and of course it's going to be 2020. And I have to tell you that one of the in the gala, one of the most wonderful things she said to me in front of everyone that brought tears to my eyes was she said, "Mom, thank you so much for letting me do something I love." And I said, "Don't ask me to buy any more clothes." And she said, "Well, I might." I want to tell you about the fabulous things that are going on this month. Now,
wait, let's go back to the Music Man because I want to give information about where they're going to call.
Okay.
Please, let's give them the information on the phone number. I have your cell phone, and I don't have that phone number.
Okay, the phone number is 561-995-2333. And, of course, you'll push 1, and everything fabulous will come on, and we'll tell you about all the events, all the one-night operas that we're having, one-night entertainment. We have the Broadway series. But I really want to tell you and share with you about the 1940 Radio Hour. The 1940 Radio Hour, do you guys all remember when you sat around the radio when you were younger? And my mother, everything would stop, and we would all have to sit in front of the radio and listen to I Love Mama. That was one of the tip of my mother loved that show.
Is that Maxwell House Coffee?
Yes, yes. And I have to tell you, we're going to have the radio hour on the 16th and 17th, and it's a Christmas carol. And, of course, it's the most incredible Christmas story about Charles Dickens. And before that, we're going to have an incredible, what we call, back in those days, would be potluck supper, but we're going to have a Christmas kind of buffet for $20. And then we have carolers in the lobby. And then we are going to go in and see the 1940 Radio Hour. Missy McCardle, a talented young lady, is running it. And I have to tell you, it will be audience participation. When you go woo or ring the bell or clap your hands, it'll all happen right there. Don't miss it. The ticket is only $25, and it is here to support the fact that this year the broadcasting has changed, and all the equipment within the theater, all sound had to be changed by January 1. And it was a $60,000, $75,000 tab for us here. Suddenly, if we did not have it done by January 1, of course, our broadcasting would be shut off. And
I could hear the difference.
Yes.
When I was there, when I saw the Music Man.
So we just got the equipment 2 weeks ago. It wasn't easy because everyone is in the same situation in the state of Florida. But I must tell you, it makes a little bit better. This time we have 2 projections in the back, so we are getting better and better. I would eventually like to do tiles, which are really the new up-and-coming thing for projection work.
We have 2 watchers. We have Judy Levy. She's watching, and Gary Polk is watching. He says, "Hi, Anita." So you just keep going.
Judy Levy is such a fabulous lady.
Yes, she is, and I hope everyone's taking subscriptions now to the Wick Theatre because it doesn't pay for itself, and the tickets surely don't pay. And if you want this to continue, it's the best theater in South Florida, and I hope if you haven't been there, run and get your tickets. Right?
Yes. So can I tell you how you should be bringing in the new year? Bring the new year in with, of course, at the Wick, we are having such a fabulous evening. 3 fabulous chances to see this live Bill Ulrich. I don't know if you know him, but he is one talented guy with a full band. It will be 15 pieces on the stage. First, they start out with a little bit of Bourbon Street. It's a fast jazz thing. We'll have, can you do the Charleston? Come and do the Charleston for us on New Year's Eve. So the first performance will be at 5 o'clock, and it's free champagne. You can come and have be entertained, and then you can go off to dinner somewhere else and be with your folks and people you want to be with on New Year's Eve. But please stop first at the Wick Theatre for this incredible hour-long production show.
That makes a lot of sense, Marilyn, because a lot of people don't want to be out too late.
Right.
That
and
way
it's
they can
daylight
come to this.
then,
Yes.
and it'll be fine. Then, of course, our next sitting is at 8 o'clock. This is an incredible evening. Listen to this. You get a full Gatsby gala that you will never forget. The lobby will be dressed up like the Great Gatsby. We'll be taking pictures. Please come in your newest and current flapper outfit. Those men can wear their suits. Of course, remember then it was black tie for a formal and tails, but gangster suits are okay too. And of course, Prohibition did change then. And we have a place where we can take a picture of you being arrested back in the 20s.
That's what I need.
So we'll have a beautiful sit-down dinner that is provided by the Addison, and then we will go in, have a champagne toast, a balloon drop, and we have dancers on the stage. It's an evening not to forget. Remember, time is getting short. Everything is changing in our world right now, and let's bring in 2020 for an exciting year.
Okay, so people will go to, if they go to the 5 o'clock show that you have, the music, then should they stay? Can they stay for the show at 8 p.m.?
Well, they'd be seeing the same show, so.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Okay, it's the same show. It's just that you have all the other gala things with it, right?
Right.
Okay.
And then, of course, on New Year's Day, after, you've gone out, you've partied and gone crazy, I have this big hangover party. Now, the hangover party is these incredible Bloody Mary mixes, and you got to have one of my Bloody Marys because they're fabulous. And let me tell you, the Bourbon Street Band will be there, Bill Aldridge with his classic jazz band, and it's later in the day, so it's 3 o'clock, and if you feel like you got left out the day before, come and enjoy this afternoon, 3 o'clock, so you can hear this incredible. And that will really be the way you can bring in 2020.
That's right, 1920.
2020. Oh, my God.
1920, that's okay.
Everything's got to change, right?
Okay, but wait, I want everyone to know when you drive by the Wick Theater, if people haven't been there and you don't know, you're driving on Federal Highway and you're driving, and just before you get to Delray, you'll see on the west side of the street all the lights and all the colors. You're amazing that you do that. It is so beautiful. It is unusual.
Oh, thank you. Well, we want to be in the spirit of the holiday for everyone, because there are the two big holidays for our people here in our community, and we want to respect all of that. Now, right after 2020, on January 16th, we open ANITA.
Yes.
Andrew Lloyd Webber, incredible music. This is a mini opera, and we have Daniela Mask. We were so thrilled and excited to have her. She, of course, was the runner-up in America's
right. I think
title. Americans Got
Talent. Has talent. Right.
America's Got Talent. And I have to tell you, this will be the first time that my daughter will be the actual scenic designer, and she's doing the set and working around the clock on that. Of course, we will do the costumes, the costume world, and we have an incredible cast. I am telling you, it is something. Do not miss it. Tickets are going very, very quickly.
How many people are in ANITA? About?
And in ANITA, there's going to be 29.
Oh, please.
3 children, little ones that will be singing. And these are people with incredible voices. Norb Jorder is the director. And we have got an absolutely incredible cast, and we are so excited. This is the big show of the season. And then after that...
Well, I don't want you to get off that yet. Wait. Let's go back to ANITA. The music, as soon as you say ANITA, I hear it.
Yes.
And, of course, it's such an important story of what she did.
Right.
And you know that the people there still know her. I mean, that's what she's like their heroine.
Of course.
And so it's very special. And of course, when you hear music from Andrew Lloyd Webber, it just can't get any better. I want to go back to Kimberly, though, your wonderful daughter. We don't talk enough about her. I have to say that I am in love with her. She is absolutely...
Oh, thank you.
She's beautiful. She's smart. She's kind. And it's really a chip off the old block, pardon the expression.
Thank you so
she
much.
She really is.
That's an honor that you say that. And it makes me feel so great. Both of my girls are so wonderful. They're great kids. And they, we've been a little team for a long time. Of course, I was divorced very young. And I raised these 2 girls pretty much by myself. And everything I did, they did with me. I can just remember Halloweens when we had Halloweens and getting started. It was so incredible. No, Mom, I'm going to run the counter. Okay, I'll run the register. Everybody was involved, and we had so much fun. And all the little kids in the community here, my kids went to Boca Academy. All those kids came and worked in the store, and that was their first experience to working and being responsible. And by the way, they did an incredible job. Of course, you know everything has changed now in the costume industry. Unfortunately, Amazon has taken over all the packaged goods, and it has made a huge difference in our revenue base.
But let's go back to the costume museum, because or not only the museum, but where people now can go to get the costumes. Let's tell them. Let's give the address.
Well, if you really want to dress up in an incredible flapper outfit, you would come to Costume World. We've had to move the facility to Powerline Road, and we're right. It's very simple. You cross over Sample, the very next light, you make a right, Powerline Park. There's a big sign, and we're kind of in the middle of that complex. It's a 42,000 square feet complex, and it houses millions. It houses the original Broadway collections of 87 original American musical theater works. And then, of course, we have our masquerade department. But more than that, you should know that the rehearsal hall is on the second floor, and the Wick administrative offices are on Powerline, off Powerline Road. And so I am there running all of that, and I have a staff of about 15, and we have costume designers. Right now, we have 2 costume designers that are here. One is doing Modern Millie, pulling it. Another one is we're doing the national tour for American in Paris, and it's going out for 6 months. So costume designers still from all over the country come, pull their wardrobes, and go on their merry way.
See, I don't think people understood that this is the Wick Theatre, and they do their theater, and the reason it's so great is because they have gorgeous costumes and great talent. But you have other businesses, and the major business, and I was just floored when I went to see that huge, huge warehouse with all the beautiful costumes. But then the other part is that because people around the world know who you are, they borrow complete sets from you. But then there are seamstresses. See, that was the other thing that impressed me. So they give the sizes of their actors and so that you fit them. I mean,
we fit everybody.
I know.
Everything that goes out is altered with no charge. And if you are an individual and you want to be...
It's okay. So we're have a little music, with our show today, but that's okay because when you go to the Wick, you always hear music. But they're altering everything, and that takes a lot of organization. You are a great organizer. If anything I can say about you, besides being creative, you know where everything is. I'm always amazed with you.
Yes, let's pray to God nothing happens.
Right. Well, she came to the studio this morning, and let me tell you, everything went wrong. And I said, she says, I know how that goes. That's okay.
I went to the wrong building to begin with.
Well, that's sorry. But let's go back. So now, okay, so we have Evita, and that's going to be the smash hit of all, isn't it?
Probably. But of course, right behind it, Chorus Line.
Oh,
the oldest running show on Broadway.
The Chorus
and
Line.
Mitzi Hamilton is the director and choreographer, an incredible lady. And of course, she was in Chorus Line. And I'm so excited about that as well. People are buying tickets for that. Chorus Line, everyone, you might have seen it, but you need to see it again. And it opens March 12th.
And how do you get the talent? Do you get them, or you hire people to get them? Tell me how that works.
Well, we have auditions, and people come, and I sit through those auditions, and I do have assistants that help with that. I have Jonathan Van Dyke. He is really very important to our company. He just got done directing the Hot Shoe Shuffle, and now he's assisting me with he was a talent scout for years in New York, and he is absolutely extremely important to our organization.
Okay, Hot Shoe Shuffle. I want to back up a little bit. Now, I was told, of course, this was unique, and you put this together. But you are taking this on the road, aren't you?
We are trying to put together with our Australian people to take this show out throughout the state of Florida first, and then we'll branch out. But it brings a lot of revenue in for the theater. And we built that set ourselves. We put that show together, and it was I must tell you, it was one of the hardest things because you had to have precision tappers, and because people loved Crazy for You so much, I wanted to give them something that they hadn't ever seen before. And I have to tell you, we had two of the Tap Dog gentlemen on the cast, an incredible choreographer. I have to tell you, people are still raving about it. It kind of started off in the first act like a slow thing, and you wondered, what is this, a comedy? What's going to happen here? But let me tell you, in the second act, it was so fabulous. And these young kids worked so hard to do the job that I can't even begin to tell you.
So I want to go back to then when I asked you the question about absolutely how do you get the talent for all, especially the dancing, because you do a lot of the dancing music.
Yeah.
Do you put out a call and then people who
They
are
all come.
They come.
They come, and we put it across Broadway, across America. We put it across all these websites. And when this year we will be having auditions, we will be announcing the season the last week of January, and we will audition each show individually, and then we'll go from there. And it's getting easier because now we've had some great talent on the stage, and we know what our audience wants to see. They are voting now, and in the playbill, you get to pull out and vote. I did it manually because I thought a lot of our people are not as current with the computer. We have an older community, and I want everybody to have the opportunity to vote and say what they really want to see. And mostly the votes come in for the classics, for Showboat and King and I, and things that they remember and brought great memories to them. We don't want to forget how we are selling well for Music Man, because almost everyone loved that musical. It brings back incredible memories for so many people.
Well, and the talent. For anybody who hasn't seen it, you got to run. You got to run to see the Music Man. And what a great gift. Everyone thinks about, what am I going to get for my friend for this or that? Just get them theater tickets. That's the nicest gift. Get them a subscription if you can do that for all the season, because no matter what Marilyn's here saying, I have to tell you, it's never a hit and miss. It's always a hit. And I never.
Thank you. There's been some hits and misses.
No, but we don't see that as an audience.
Yes.
You do such a spectacular job, and I go to a lot of theater.
Yes.
And I believe that you, as far as I'm concerned, your theater does the greatest job.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate someone recognizing how hard we work to make everything happen. I don't want one detail overlooked. And, we have this incredible restaurant, the Tavern on the Green, and let me tell you, the food is better and better. We have a fabulous staff now. It's taken us a few years to get that under control. Not being a restaurateur myself, I've had to learn how to be one, but we're trying to make it so people can enjoy it, can afford it, and have a spectacular evening. When you come to the theater, I was saying to Kim the other night, when we started this, people were coming in shorts and kind of flip-flops, and now everybody comes beautifully dressed. It is an evening to remember, and our audience, they might be a little sad when they walk in, but when they walk out, they're like different people.
Well, I want to add something, and I've said this to everybody that I bring or talk about it. You are the only theater where after the show, you don't go home.
Yes.
You can sit there, you can enjoy it. How important that is, Marilyn, because people want to talk about what they've seen, and they have to shuffle off into their car. I mean, I go to the Kravis Center a lot, and that leaves me I love the shows, but I got to tell you, you have that special touch. Just come sit down, listen to and some of the people are singing, they're not even in the show. They love what you do.
Yes.
I don't want you to forget that you are unique with that. The cabaret
when
fabulous.
I went to theater as a younger girl, there was always a piano bar and people got together. And I think we've forgotten that or can't afford to do it. We make no money off the cabaret, but it's a chance for you to see the actors that were on stage, their individual talent. This year, we're doing something really different. After the show, down through the audience comes the actors. Out they march into the lobby to meet each and every one of the patrons, the people that support them. And that is so incredibly the little kids that are in this particular show, so talented. They come up with their little script. We get, David Nagy, his wonderful guy who's in the show. He's playing the piano. We pick somebody to be the MC, and away we go. They sign up before, and they're told you can only sing one song. But I was sitting there with an agent the other night, and one of these actors got up and sang, and he said, "Where did he come from?" And didn't he give him his card? And later, this gentleman thanked me so much. He said, "Oh, I've always wanted to meet this guy, and now I'm going to audition for him."
That's
So
what you do, though.
Yeah,
You see,
these
you're
are
such a
opportunities.
big picture here.
Yeah.
I want to go back to the little boy. I figured out that he was a prodigy. He's a
Yes.
child prodigy.
Yes. Isn't he adorable?
Absolutely
Only
fabulous.
5 years old.
Right.
Incredible.
It was really wonderful. Well, I have to tell you how I love it so much. And let's just give the phone number again, please, so that we can get people to call for tickets.
So please call us for the holiday season. And the phone number is 561-995-2333. And may you all be blessed. This will be just an incredible holiday season. And remember, the best gift you can give anyone this year would be a gift of live theater.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
I agree with that so much. And this has been Marilynn Wick. Marilynn Wick is a force. She is a force. I mean that. And you need to meet her. She's open. She comes there. She walks around and talks to people. She is what a woman, she's a superwoman. And I say this, I don't do this casually, but I've known her now for a while. And I'm always amazed at what you do, Marilyn. And
thank you so
and your
much.
family. And I don't want to forget Kim again. Kim, I just
she's
love
a
her.
doll. I couldn't do it without her.
No.
And the other day, she said, "Wow, we're not fighting very much."
Ah,
I said, "Because we can't do this without each
To
other."
have your mother there. Thank you so much, Marilyn.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
see
you,
you.
Anita.
I'm going to see
and
you at the
happy holidays
shows.
to everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Marilyn.